Good morning, this is Shawn. Thank you so much for clicking onto my channel. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell a friend about me. I haven't said that in a while. So we are going to talk today about reviewing Nick Cannon's performance on the Wendy Williams show. So for those of you who do not know, Wendy Williams has been out. She's going to be out. First it said indefinitely, but she's going to come back mid-February. And in her place is going to be Nick Cannon. So Nick Cannon was on the scene for his debut on the Wendy Williams show. Now, for those of us who have been Wendy watchers, know that she is not someone who would stay out for a long time because she does not want anyone jacking for her spot. One, and second, we all knew that she would probably have a male because she definitely does not want a female to come in and usurp her position and have the audience and the producers and the ratings enjoy a female in her spot. So it was definitely a calculated move to have Nick Cannon. So let's talk about Nick Cannon. Now, Nick Cannon, I have nothing against him. I like his hustle. I like his grind. But you know, we all kind of know that Nick Cannon is a special kind of corny, and he's no Wendy Williams, and neither should he be. However, let's talk about Nick Cannon. So he comes in, he has, they introduce, here's Nick Cannon. He comes out, he is walking out a little James Brown, a little Morris Day of the time. Very Arsenio Hall-like from the 90s. He walks out in his pink suit. He's got a dress jacket over the suit, kind of draping. One of the producers, no doubt, comes out with a mirror. He's looking at himself, and then he does the little fingers like Morris Day in the time, like thank you, man. Takes the coat and he's out. And he's doing what Wendy normally does, which is the little monologue and going on to hot topics. So first he wants everyone to give him some shoe cam, and he's got these glittery silver slip-ons that's shining bright like a diamond. So this is where we know the difference between Nick and Wendy. I don't know if this was planned, but she has to know Nick Cannon is Nick Cannon and he's not Wendy. So what I will preface is that Nick Cannon's humor is definitely more nighttime than daytime. I don't know if he even cared who Wendy's audience is, but he was like, I'm black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, y'all, because it was all black stuff. So he had to think about not topics. Now, Wendy does hot topics. He's talking about not topics. And he talks about that is Black History Month. He talks about that is Rosa Parks' birthday and that Jackie Robinson would have been 100 on the 31st of January. He talked about what the not topic is that the halftime show was a bust. That the halftime was the Fire Fest of the halftime show. He was talking about how we are in Atlanta and we find it's a pretty much all white drum line. He talks about the difference between Adam Levine and Janet Jackson, how she gets banned from Nipplegate and he's showing all his nipples and chest and breastises. He talks briefly about Bow Wow and his girlfriend with the alleged domestic violence. He says that Bow Wow is a friend and the girlfriend is from the Wild 'N Out crew, so he's hoping to get a sit-down interview with them. He talked about 21 Savage. He talked about free 21 Savage, and he talked about all the good that 21 Savage does. He talked about Demi Lovato and how Demi Lovato tried to take pot shots, and he said the family was not having that. The family, i.e. the black folks of social media, was not having it, and the family came after her and she shut it all down. So she could not handle the backlash from the family. Talked about Tekashi 6ix9ine, wasn't about that life, and that he's 21, almost 22. He's looking at 47 counts. And Tekashi 6ix9ine may not get out of prison until he's 69. He thought that was funny. And then he talked about Jussie Smollett. He said he doesn't care about the cell phone, but he's on Jussie Smollett's side. And he talked about, you know, the LGBT, the black LGBT, or the minor canaries. He was just going on. But it was like, I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, y'all. He totally hijacked Wendy's show, because Wendy would have never made that angle on it. Trust and believe, that would have never been Wendy's angle. You know, she caters to her audience, and her audience is a multicultural, but you know, the primary white women of a particular age love Wendy, and none of that probably would have been a spun on what her hot topics would have been. So overall, I give Nick Cannon a C, because even though he is not Wendy, I think he still needs to be catering to the Wendy audience. This isn't the Nick Cannon show, so it's not like he's getting an audience to love on him, because he is a special guest. And I think he needs to be authentic to definitely be true to yourself, but this is Wendy's show. This is Wendy's audience, and I think that you have to keep that in mind when you're doing your monologue. I think there's some leeway to be Nick Cannon, but he was a little bit too much Nick Cannon. And, you know, I don't know. But who knows? Maybe Wendy said, be you and let the chips fall where they may. I will say this. In the beginning of the show, he was definitely Wendy's mouthpiece. He talked about, before he got there, he had spoken to Wendy, so the audience was all hyped, because, oh my God, you spoke to Wendy's. What did she say? You know, audience wants to know, what did Wendy say? And he said, we talked, and then I talked to Kevin, and I talked to Wendy, and, you know, they're a family unit. So whatever you may think about what's going on the blogs and the tabloids and the photos that we've seen, as far as Nick's concerned, he is reiterating what Wendy said once before: all things are good in Hunterville. So he didn't say it, but he was pretty much saying that. So that is my review with Nick Cannon on the Wendy Williams show. I stopped watching Wendy a long time ago, but I was definitely wondering how he did on the Wendy Williams show. There was not the purple chair, because the purple chair is strictly for Wendy. So he did not sit in the purple chair. He had his own chair. But, you know, I just want, you know, Nick Cannon to taper down a little bit. He was a little bit more of the hype man. And, but, you know, he can hold his own. I mean, I have no doubt that he can hold a show. That's not the problem. It was a little lot. So, okay, let me know in the comments if you watched the Wendy Williams show with Nick Cannon. What did you think of it? Have you seen the clip? Because I checked the clip on YouTube. What did you think of the beginning of the show with Nick Cannon? So, that's all I have for now. Take care of yourself and each other, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.